YouTube and welcome to my first video. I'm Mark the Frog Head, welcome to my channel. And today I'm gonna bring you a lovely fragrance from the house of Lattafa. This fragrance was reviewed to bits already, but anyway, I didn't review it yet. So I'm gonna bring you the review of this fragrance that comes in this very simple bottle, as you can see, especially if we compare this bottle to some other bottles from other houses, like Mocha Wood from the House of Fragrance World, like Oud Al Sultan from the House of Mood. There's a lot of like nicer bottles around, but I particularly like this bottle. It's very simple, but it's very heavy, it's very well made. I like the color of the juice. It's a really nice bottle, very well built. So let's go now for the fragrance notes, and then I'm gonna apply the fragrance and I'm gonna go straight to the review. So the notes on this fragrance are vanilla, incense, musk, sandalwood, and sugar. Now I'm gonna show you the distribution. Look at that. Wow, it sprays a lot of juice, as you can see, and let's go straight to the review. I absolutely adore this fragrance. Okay, Raghba is a very exotic fragrance. I'd say this is a very exotic interpretation of vanilla. This is not your typical vanilla scent, but there is a lot of vanilla here. In order for you to like this fragrance, you really need to enjoy a lot vanilla, because this is pretty much a vanilla bomb. This is definitely a fragrance that is gonna put you on the spotlight. It's a fragrance full of personality. It's a strong and sweet fragrance. And I would say in order for you to like this fragrance, you have to have a strong personality as well. Otherwise, the fragrance will feel like something weird on your skin. Like I used to say on my videos on my first channel, channel in Portuguese, some fragrances are like a wild horse. You definitely need to tame it first. And once you tame it, you can't imagine your collection without it. So this is one of those fragrances. I particularly have several fragrances in my collection that I absolutely detested them. I absolutely hated them, just because I didn't have the personality to wear them. They were too remarkable for me. Now that I developed the personality, I actually love this fragrance, and I love this fragrance to beat. So when I say Raghba is a fragrance with personality, it's mainly because it has a lot of characteristics of the typical Middle Eastern scent. It's a very potent scent. It's a very exotic scent because it has some incense, and it has a touch of oud as well. There's not a lot of wood in this fragrance. It's not skunk, it's not animalic, but it's here anyway. So Raghba is also a very linear fragrance, and the typical Arabic fragrance, usually strong Arabic fragrances, they're kind of linear because they don't have these lighter notes. They only have like this dark, dense, very heavy notes. So this fragrance pretty much starts with the bottom notes. It pretty much gives you the dry down straight from the bat. You're gonna get the dry down on this fragrance. The only changes that I get in this fragrance, this vanilla is gonna get a bit more velvety, it's gonna get a bit more powdery, and the woods are gonna come up a little bit more, and it's gonna get a bit woodier with time. But pretty much these are the changes you get on this fragrance. And the Raghba is also a very sweet scent. As you saw the note breakdown, there is a note of sugar, and that note of sugar is not there by accident. It really makes this fragrance really sweet. This is the kind of fragrance that you really need to enjoy sweet scents to enjoy this fragrance. It's pretty much a sweet, woodsy, and incensey vanilla. This is what this fragrance is all about. Imagine a vanilla ice cream. Now we cover that ice cream with caramel sauce. This is pretty much what it would smell like. Imagine if you get a vanilla essence, you put it on a very hot pan. Now you get a spoonful of sugar. Let the sugar burn for a while. That's what you're gonna get from this scent. You get this sweet vanilla, syrupy, caramelized. It's a really nice scent. And the incense of this fragrance is amazing. It gives that dark, almost gothic religious vibe to it, which I adore on this fragrance. It's really nice. When I say vanilla and incense, a lot of people, the first fragrance that comes to mind of a lot of people will be this fragrance here, Eau de Bois. This is a vanilla incense fragrance that I absolutely love in my collection. And just in order to compare the two of them, just to give you a hint of what this fragrance smells like, then two fragrances, they're nothing alike. They're complete different fragrances. I would say Eau de Bois is more like a vibrant fragrance. It has this green vibe that comes from the cypress. which I love. This fragrance changes a lot. It really have a great evolution. This fragrance is basically a linear fragrance. What you're gonna get from the start, you're gonna get to the end. It's pretty much this sweet, woodsy, caramel, vanilla. It's really strong. This fragrance develops a bit more. This is more like a spicy fragrances as well, because there is some spices to it that I love. You get a good bit of cardamom, you get a bit of pepper, you get the green vibe that comes from the cypress, while this fragrance is definitely a more linear fragrance. It's pretty much sweet, vanilla, caramel, woods with a touch of incense, but they're both fragrances that I adore in my collection. If you ask me which one do I like the most, I would say I prefer Eau de Bois because it develops a bit better. It's a fragrance that makes my heart beat a bit faster, while this fragrance is still a great fragrance, still a lovely fragrance, but I would give that to Eau de Bois. Okay, this is my review. Let's go now to the ratings about Raghba. Now, these are my ratings for Raghba. We start with the presentation. As you can see, like I said, the presentation is very simple. It's a very simple bottle. It's a clear bottle with a plastic cap, but the bottle is very well built. And please don't hold the bottle by the cap because, as you can see, it's gonna fall. It's nothing as fancy as the other Arabic bottles that I have in my collection. I would give it an 8 out of 10. We go now for the weather versatility. This is a very heavy, sweet, woody scent. So I would say this is definitely for nighttime, night wear. This is definitely a king of the night. It's very good for cold weathers. Please don't wear this on a hot weather because this is definitely going to choke you. We go now for the occasions versatility. This is a bit more versatile for occasions. I would wear this on a very casual scenario, and I also wear this on a formal scenario. I wouldn't go to a super formal where I have to wear like something like smoking or something like that. I have better fragrances to do that, but because I have this like woodsy and I have this incensey vibe, it gives it kind of like a formal edge to it. But I would say this is more recommended for night wear. It's perfect for clubbing. It really lasts a long time. It's sweet. It's perfect for this kind of scenarios. Close encounters, it's very good. Even work, if you don't overspray. 2 sprays, you're fine, you're good to go. So we go now for performance. This fragrance has an excellent performance, a stellar performance. It projects on my skin from 4 to 5 hours. And it stays on my skin. The longevity is amazing. It stays on my skin the entire day. I mean, I'm talking about 15 plus hours. This is really insane. Great performance from the house of Lattafa. And finally, we go now to smell. I really enjoy the smell. I give it a 9 out of 10. I'm just not gonna give a 10 out of 10 because the fragrance don't develop much. I wish it could develop a bit more, but it doesn't. But it's still a great fragrance that you need to have in your collection if you really like Arabic fragrance and you love sweet, strong fragrances. Okay guys, this is it. Thank you for watching till the end. If you like this video, please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, for more content. And please don't forget that I'm Mark, the Frog Head, and I see you in the next video.